It's not looking good for us.
Feelings, tears, goth boy click.
Lost innocence, I'm back to me, I'm better. I'm free to move where I feel to move. The ambience, the air that I'm after. It's cryptic, it's mystic, it's true. Cool breeze be a calming endorsement. I say to the night, see you soon. It's for you, I find myself waiting. The messages, they're all sent for you. It's Friday, there's lightning above it. The moon's out, I'm home and it's late. I'm 10 miles outside the city, my only companion, the rain. The sound of the trees through my window is calming and calls out my name. The wolf's cry at midnight is here to remind me where what's real's uncertain is where you will find me. I'm after the end, and after what's known as the end. I'm here in the night of the night, and tonight it knows me as a friend. I'm down by the water in Sullivan County in autumn again. If I could hold time in my hands, some moments I'd never let go. A feeling I can't understand. Tonight I'm in love on my
She's rising like the host from the horizon. I'm writing out a letter or a prayer. Her light is all enveloping, inviting. A trembling pen's leave it in her care. The summer melts into a pool of memory. I've poured it out beneath the south window. The river's on my pilgrimage already, and as it runs I sink my body low to kneel in the sand. My fear will not hear, still my hand. And sinking Sedona, let my spirit float up above these lights.
Wicca Face, Prince Eternal, Goth Boy, Click, Misery, Club. Hello. Hello. It feels crazy. I've been away longer, and this feels significantly crazier. What's up, everyone? Danny, I cannot believe I didn't see you at the Salt Lake City show. To be fair, I don't know what anyone looks like, for the most part. Am I sick? No. I am just recovering from tour. I'm not even hoarse. I'm just like, okay, so, well, I'll get into it. How's everyone doing? Do I sound different? I feel all right. I feel weird. I feel like there's a lot of attention on me now. You know? I see that Noel got the red moon. Congratulations, Noel. Yeah, I sound a little different because this winter attacked me. Fully attacked. Hey, Jaden, yeah, I got you. Yeah, I think I sound fine too. Maybe like a little, I don't know. I sounded much worse when I got home. I don't know what to do with myself. Congratulations, Shell. Hey, all right. Here's what we'll do. I'll go through the tour. In the meantime, submit stuff to, thanks, Frank. Yeah, I can breathe. I'm breathing fine. I feel fine. In the meantime, if you have open forum questions, hit me there. And I'll get to them. I haven't looked. I haven't even peeked at the open forum. So it'll be as new to me as it will for you guys. If you're new here, welcome. What's up, Lacey? Saw a bunch of new people here. If you're new here, the open forum is just like where you can, well, it serves two purposes. One, you can like ask stuff anonymously or just like say stuff anonymously if you want, or you can sign your name, doesn't matter. Or that's the first purpose. The second purpose is that there's like a great chance that I'm not going to catch your question in the chat. So you can go there too. Oh my God, we're back. Oh boy. What do I do? I rate Tor 10 out of 10. Honestly. 10 out of 10. Mars wants to know when I'm dropping a rap album. I don't really understand the question. 10 out of 10 Tor though. I could have done another week. Hey, I got that Neptune candle. Thank you. Thank you, Brittany. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yes, it's somewhere here. Forever Sad Girl was at 3 of the shows. Portland, Seattle, and then Denver. Oh, I'm sorry. You probably saw a similar set. Well, we'll get into it. All right. Man, you guys seem to like this. Wow. How about that? All right, well, let me just start going through it. I have a bunch of housekeeping stuff to talk about. Quickly, I will mention that I'm not going to be streaming Sunday because that is Christmas, but next week we'll be doing a Tuesday and Thursday. Okay? All right. Let's get into it. Wicker Face Spring Start. I should pull up the tour dates first. How do I do that? Where do I, oh, here we go. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. No, there is some housekeeping stuff. I don't really need to get into it. Here's what I hate about... See, here, I'm not going to tour. I am going to go day by day. I'm not going to tour in December anymore. Okay? 2 reasons. Excuse me. 1, when I come home, it's like... Christmas and no one's working. When I come back from tour, I'm ready to work. I'm like motivated. I'm like ready to go. And then everyone's like out, on their way out the door. I hate that. I hate it. There's so much stuff I have to do. Whatever. All right. 2, oh my God. Excuse me. Sorry, I haven't talked in like a week. 2, it's like just way too cold, you know? I'm not a person who like I could work through any holiday, you know? I don't do well with relaxing. I don't know what that is. No, I'm not sick. I'm just feeling it from the mountain air. All right, let's get into it. Wicca Phase Prince Eternal, December 2022 tour with Sophie Powers, an extra large holiday card. All right. Here's what I'll do. Start with day 1, travel day. Day 0. Okay. Day 0, December 5th. I'm going to be talking about 3 other people for the most part. They are Dane. Dane is the tour manager, okay? You may have seen him at a show taping my set list to the ground. Long-haired man, sometimes wears glasses. Okay. All right. So that was Dane. Dane's job is he does a couple things. 1, he tells us when we need to leave the hotel in the morning. It's his most important thing. Two, all right. 2, he collects the money. That's the most important thing. Is that he goes to the once the show's over, he talks to the people and gets paid. Okay, that's the most important thing. But he also tells us when we need to leave the hotel in the morning, and he like checks in with the people who work at the shows and blah blah blah. Tells us whatever we need. Okay. This was Dane's. No, Bunny, you're fine. What's up, Bunny? Thanks, Zuninator. Okay. This was Dane's first tour managing. Let me tell you what. He was the best tour manager I've ever had in my life. You would think he's been doing this his whole life. Forever Sad Girl, you are totally fine. Look at the chat. People, no, you're totally fine to chat while I'm talking. Okay? So that's what Dane did. Dane was incredible. Then we have TK. TK was on merch. TK's done another tour with me and a couple random shows, right? So now, Rachel, what shows were you at? I would like to know that. Only because, okay, there we go. Okay. What's up, Jonah? Yeah, all right, Rachel. TK was shocked by you. Yeah, TK from Wild Red. Yes. TK's getting good responses. TK was like, yeah, merch was good. And then I was about to close up and someone came and spent $500. And then the next night he was like, I think that girl was back. Yeah, that's really nice of her. I kind of assumed it was someone in the chat. Rachel, I'm sorry I didn't get to meet you. I'm sorry. I will apologize in advance in case I didn't get to meet anyone. I did meet some people. I met Lelio, met Shameless. There were just some, whatever. Anyway, I know. I'm sorry. Oh, did you, Rachel? That's really nice of you. Thank you for doing that. Okay, so TK did merch. And then there's Brody. You guys know Brody. He's famous. And Brody is so great to tour with because he's just chill. I'm not saying he's, he's just a chill guy. Jonah's a chill guy too. I'm not, there's no comparisons here. I'm just saying it could go either way. What if Brody got in the van and was like actually out of control. What would I have done? I don't know. I don't know what I would have done. It wasn't the case. All right, so December 5th, day 0. Me and TK fly from Scranton, Wilkes-Barre area. What's up, Ruby? Dane's flying from Boston. Brody's flying from Ohio. Our flight was slightly delayed. Totally fine. We get in. This is actually a pretty boring story. It's not even a story. I'm just telling you what happened. We got in, I don't know, around 7 o'clock or so in Arizona. Dane picked us up from the airport. We get the van. We get in the van. Dane's already in the van with Brody. This is their first time meeting. They met at the airport. They went to the hotel, checked us in, came back to the airport, picked up me and TK. Turns out the van was way bigger than we expected, way nicer than we expected. It had a large TV. Very dangerous, but whatever. It was cool, okay? They picked us up, drop our stuff. We are starving. We walk outside the hotel. Who is outside the hotel in Phoenix, Arizona on December 5th? None other than Santa Claus. Santa Claus says, "What are you guys looking for?" I know. We said, "We're starving, Santa. Santa, we're starving. We've been flying all day. Where do we go?" He said, "You have to go to this." Oh, I think we also said, like, Dane's a vegetarian. Thanks, Neon Slushy. I appreciate that. And we also said, like, Dane's a vegetarian. Where do we go to eat? And he says, go to this hot dog place because they have vegan hot dog options that are good and also regular hot dogs. And it's quick. You'll be in and out. Whatever. Turns out Santa was right. Worked out well. That was our night. And then we were like all tired as hell, you know? And we had a show the next day. Okay, day 1, Phoenix, Arizona, December 6th. We had errands to run. A lot of errands to run, okay? I'm sorry, Lelio. Home Depot to get merch bins because the merch is in boxes, right? First, we have to go to Home Depot, get merch bins and clamps to hang the banner at the backdrop, which was designed by Liver Ideas, Jason Wright. Very nice. So we did that. And then we went to pick up the merch. Turns out the merch looked great. No problems there. Picked up the merch, no problems. Had so much room in the van that I could have gotten hoodies. Oh, there's a banner. Yeah, Noel, if you saw any pictures, like there's like a big backdrop. It says Fallen Angel. Yeah. You know, I'm sure if you see, I probably post it. Let me see if I go on my Instagram. Oh, I guess you can't really see it in any of the pictures I posted. But yeah. There's a banner. Yeah. Backdrop. No, LA did not have that. LA had LED screens. So I think it was just the GBC logo, right? Yeah. Okay. Picked up the banner. Then we went for dinner. Lunch. We went for lunch. I don't remember where. It was in like some fancy like mall thing though. Not like a mall. Well, like an outdoor mall. And we found some like sit down place for lunch. And then Dane had a call. Because Dane also works for Run for Cover Records, okay? So Dane had a call. So we had to wait for Dane before we could eat. So we were like, let's go shopping. Day one, I buy a jacket from the Polo store. I haven't even played a show yet. And I'm spending money. Yeah, I bought a double RL denim jacket. It's I think I'm wearing it in some videos on Instagram. Okay. Eat lunch. And then what do we do? I think we just went to the show. Okay. Got to the show. Phoenix, Arizona. Turns out it's a big city for Wicca Face. Great show. Third highest merch numbers of the tour. Second or third. Okay. Yeah, second or third highest merch numbers of the show, of the tour. Pretty high in attendance. Great show. There was a local opener. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, Zorian. Exorian? Wexorian. Thank you. That was a good show. Not much to say about it. Not too much. Nothing really crazy happened. Oh yeah, there was a merch cut in Phoenix. TK had a great I was there when the promoter went to collect the merch cut from TK, and TK just acted he did what I would do, which is like introduce the chaos effect, where you just act too overwhelmed and confused to understand what the person is asking of you. So you just like hand them a little bit of money, you know, away with them. You hand them like, you know, way less money, but because you're acting so confused and flustered, they just don't want to be around that. So they're like, fine, whatever. Okay. All right. And then we're back at the hotel. No, we drove. We drove about an hour after the show. Met extra large holiday card at that show. I met Fatsy, who I did not know was Fatsy. I knew he was Young Burial. I didn't know they were the same person. So when Yawns was like, that's Fatsy, I was like, no, it's not. I was like, you are wrong. And Yawns was like, I don't think I am. And I was like, no, man, I don't think you're right. Turns out Yawns was right. What's up, Calvino? Okay. I talked to Yawns for like 5 minutes, and me and Yawns ended up like taking a bunch of pictures with people, but we didn't actually get to hang out. But whatever. Okay, moving on. We drive an hour, get to the hotel, sleep in the hotel, wake up on our way to Anaheim. Okay? The drive from Phoenix to Anaheim. Oh, it's Santa Ana. I'm sorry, not Anaheim, I should say. Santa Ana. Awful drive. Nothing going on. It's boring. Nothing really to talk about. Now, the van is just getting to know each other. We're still, I know TK, I know Brody, I know Dane, but we don't know each other as a group yet, okay? We don't know what the dynamics are. We don't know who the bad boy is. We don't know who the safe one is. We don't know who the wild card is. We don't know who the funny one is yet, okay? Right. We don't know. So we're just trying to figure this out, okay? Anyway, this is where we're at. We get to Santa Ana. The observatory. I've never been there. Nice venue, big venue. Well, there's 2 rooms inside of it. There's a 1,200 cap, or like 1,500 cap, and then like a 300 or 400 cap room. I'm in the smaller room. High stage. Cool green rooms. Right? Now, we sound check. We go up to the green room. Everyone is tired as fuck because we're jet lagged. Jet lag has set in. Uh-oh. Not good. How do we combat this? Coffee? There's no coffee anywhere around there. None. No coffee. So what do? That's right, Rachel. We eat the Uncrustables. We start doing push-ups. That's it. All we could do. We eat the Uncrustables. We start doing push-ups. Yeah, shameless. Well, yeah. Who was at the Santa Ana show? Well, Copes was there. Chloe was there. Smart Death. Wolf Drawn. Kitty was there. You guys might not know her as Kitty. You might know her as Brittany or Katrina. Either way, who's the first person that Kitty sees when she gets to the venue? Shameless. So she calls me. She calls me and she's like, hey, I'm at the venue. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I come get her. This is, yeah. No, you didn't, Shameless. No, you didn't. It was just funny that she met you before I met you. You know? Yeah. So I play. Another good show. Okay? I should mention that in Phoenix, I played Britney Spears is who we're talking about. In Phoenix, I played, let's pull up my set list. Why not? I texted it to Brody every night. Here is my set list for Phoenix. I want to go out tonight. Mine is A Curious Passage. I Need a Place I Can Rest. Corinthiacs. Aura. Spiderweb. Here we go, Frank. Ready? Crystals Are in Fragments. Which got no reaction whatsoever. No one gave a fuck about that song. In fact, I played it. I didn't even know what to say. I was just like, oh man. Oh, yeah, crickets. Just like, what's next? Like, okay, cool. That was weird. Not really sure about that song. So what's next? Meanwhile, Crystals Are in Fragments is the song that I'm talking about. I thought, so here's what happened. Frank had heard me mention that song is hard for me to sing live because as it is recorded, I either have to go really low or really high. So Frank created a version for me, an instrumental for me that's right in the middle. It was perfect. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. perfect. Right in the middle. The crowd in Phoenix couldn't have cared less. Anyway, so I did, after that, I did Dark Region Road, Lights on Paper. I did a new song from the LP, from the LP that's coming out in May. A song called Moving Without Movement. Let me tell you something. More people sang along to Moving Without Movement than they did Crystals Are in Fragments. And no one knew Moving Without Movement. No one has ever heard this song. I'm singing this new song. There are people in the front row singing along, but they don't know the words because I have never played that song. No one has ever heard it. No one's ever heard it. They're trying though. Their mouths are moving. No, they were faking. They were just trying. They were just like willing, you know. I am fucking losing my mind too. I see this whole front row of people singing along to this song that has so many lyrics, so many fast lyrics. And they're just like, yeah, we know that. We've got this. Oh, it was great. Anyway, Moving Without Movement, Tracer, Contact, Just One Thing. How about this one for a closer? Ready? Tumblr Moon. How? Tumblr Moon as a closer. And let me tell you what, Tumblr Moon is a great closer. Because you do just one thing. I'm doing Tracer, Contact, Just One Thing. Right? So people are hyped for it. Those are like pretty, they're either like energetic songs, like Tracer is an energetic one. So even if you like don't really, if you don't know, if you're not like super familiar with the newer songs, you're back for it. Like you're up for it. And then you get Contact. Everyone knows Contact. Then you have Just One Thing. Everyone knows Just One Thing. So then what do? You don't want to leave people like hanging too much. So you go on a Tumblr Moon, which just brings, slows everything down a bit. I can just kind of let it, let the set ride out, fade into the sunset. It has a nice little outro where I can thank everyone. And then I go to the back. But wait, there was an encore. That's right. Rest, Absolute in Doubt. Okay, anyway. Setlist for Anaheim. Pretty much the same, except I replaced Crystals Are in Fragments with I Was on a Back Road by Myself. Why? Because at that point, I'm very self-conscious about playing Crystals Are in Fragments. Because I'm like, oh man, I can't, my ego can't take it. So I was on a back road by myself, which I thought would be way more difficult. But if you just omit, if I just like, in the end where it gets really fast, it's funny how it, what are the lyrics? Amazing how a simple drive can open my eyes to what is out there. The fabric it tears, into it I'm tied. Surrender my hands. Come on with the land. See, I'm running out of breath even trying to recite these lyrics. You just cut the first syllable of each line and take a breath. No one knows. So it was totally fine. Aside from that, the set list was pretty much the same. Now, Rachel and Shameless and anyone else that was in Santa Ana, I have a question for you. What type of music were they playing in between artists? Monkey knows, Shameless knows, Rachel knows. So I'm up in the green room. I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm hanging out with Smart Death and Wolf Drawn. And then Dane comes upstairs. Or no, I'm sorry. Charlie comes upstairs. Fatsy comes up upstairs. Comes upstairs, and they say, hey, they were playing Christmas music, but now they're playing the SpongeBob theme. So I find Dane, and I say, Dane, what's up with the music? And he said, well, I just had it changed. And when I went up to the sound guy to ask him what was up with the music and if we could change it, he said yes. And I noticed he had Spotify open, and the last thing he searched was cartoon. Just the word cartoon. So this man searched cartoon in Spotify, hit play. All of a sudden, the crowd at the Wicca Phase show is listening to Veggie Tales. Okay? They're hearing the SpongeBob theme song. They're hearing the Pokemon theme song. Oh my God. Yeah, not Dane. We're not talking about Dane, the Australian artist. We're talking about Dane, my tour manager. So this is where Brody steps in. And we're like, fuck, what do we tell him to play? We don't have a playlist made yet. What do we tell him to play? Brody says, Yeet Radio. Sure enough, Yeet Radio was actually perfect. It was like, because you got like Yeet and Cardi and a lot of Blade. You know, it worked out really well. We ended up doing that every night on tour. The sound guy would be like, what, do you have a playlist you want me to play? We're just like, no, just put on Yeet Radio. And it worked out. Thank God for Brody. Okay. In Phoenix, I met a couple people. Quick pictures. There was like a weird barrier situation. Whatever. Anyway. In Anaheim. All right. So Britney Spears was now in California for these couple of days. So I went back to the Airbnb with her in the Tesla that she rented. Jet lagged as hell. So tired. But I did meet some people. I met Shameless. Met some other people too. But I don't remember anyone's name. So unless they were like, hey, I'm this person. Hey, I'm this person from, from Twitch or whatever. I don't know them. Took some pictures. There was one guy who I was exhausted, Shameless. I was like jet lagged as hell at this point. There was some guy who was so nice. This man, I say man because I don't know how old he was. Could have been 20, could have been 30, I don't know. Was so kind and like chill and like, just like soft spoken. He kept apologizing for being obnoxious. This was like the least obnoxious person I've ever met in my life. So if that person is you, I appreciate that. Oh yeah, he also did say, he was nice. Shameless, that reminds me that he was like, and if this person's here, I'm not clowning on them or anything, because it was just funny. If you are here, listen, I appreciate you and you're an ideal fan. But there was a funny moment where I was like, there was a bunch of people there. Kitty's holding the Uncrustables. I'm like, oh, fuck, we got to go, but I should take some pictures, right? These people waited. And I was like, are you trying to take a picture? And he was like, I'm trying to take a picture and have a conversation. At that point, I was like, oh, no. But he ended up being really nice. And it wasn't even like a full-length conversation, so it was fine. But it was pretty funny. In my brain, I was like, oh, fuck. No, he was really nice. Really nice. Okay, so we get back to the Airbnb that Kitty had already checked into for us. Now this is the tour. This is me, Dane, Brody, TK, Kitty. Airbnb back in LA. Fucking awesome. Great Airbnb. Next day is Los Angeles, December 8th. What did I do in Los Angeles on December 8th? I actually do not remember at all. Went for breakfast? Maybe? What did I do? I have no recollection of what I did before the show. I'm sorry. Zero recollection. Oh, no, I know what I did. Me and Britney Spears and Brody went we went to Melrose. We went shopping. Went to the Vivian Westwood store. Got Britney some perfume somewhere else. I didn't buy anything. But yeah, we went like shopping. That's what we did. Okay? No, I did not end up having a business meeting. That did not happen. But yeah, that's what we did. And we got sweet green for lunch. Oh, me and Kitty went for breakfast that morning. That's what we did. We went for breakfast so I could drive the Tesla. Brought breakfast back for everyone else. Then went shopping with Brody. Then went back. Then went to the show. Show was cool. All right, ready? Now at this point, TK is suffering. Where do we go for breakfast? Starts with an M. M as in money. Oh fuck, what was it called? And it was in like Highland Park. Diner, Highland Park. Or maybe it wasn't. I don't know where it was. Millie's. We went to Millie's. That's where we went. Millie's. Yeah. Okay. Silver Lake. Yes. Millie's of Silver Lake. That's where we went. Okay. Anyway. Went to the show. Saw Lotus. Lotus ended up being the first of my LA friends that Kitty got to meet. That was kind of a crazy, you know. Because if you don't know Lotus, and he's the first person you're meeting when you're meeting someone's friend group, you're meeting someone's friend group for like the first time largely. And Lotus is the first one you meet. It's a little, you know, could be a little overwhelming. You know? He was funny though. He was really funny. At this point, TK was suffering from what we believe to be vertigo. So TK went to urgent care, but he got back in time for the show. So I was like taking care of merch for a little bit. Not selling it. We just like set it up and everything. Okay. We play the show. Who do I end up hanging out with at the show? Georgia Mack. Did not expect to see her in LA. Apparently she's been staying in LA for a little bit. Hung out with her. hung out with Nick Blanco was there. This fucking guy. Listen, I love Nick Blanco. Yeah, there were a lot of cool kids there. That's right. It was Nick Blanco, Georgia Mack, Paper Rose. Yeah, Field Medic was there. Yes. You had Tupor there. That's right. Yeah, Tupor, Lulo. Sorry, I can't read. So Blanco's there. Blanco's there like before doors open, which is fine, right? But Blanco's there with these two artists that he manages, which I knew nothing about. So before doors are opening, Blanco's backstage like eating pizza with like his fucking artists that he manages, who I have no idea who the fuck they are. Nick Blanco is who I'm talking about. Like, who the fuck are these people? Who are these people? Oh my God. Anyway, I love Nick though. Nick, It's just like green rooms are kind of weird. Copes was at Santa Ana and LA. Green rooms are weird because like, yeah, it's like cool to hang out with. Like, it's cool to hang out with people, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, like, because you're traveling, you need a safe place for your stuff too. And like, so you don't want too many randoms back there. 10 minutes into the 1720 show, I know 5% of the people that are backstage for a show that I'm headlining. How does that happen? I don't know. I don't know. Who the fuck are these people? I have no idea. Yeah, that's true, Shameless. There's that employee bathroom. I learned about that too. Who are these people? So then I'm like trying to introduce all of my friends to Kitty, but all my friends have like fake names. So I'm like, oh, this is Tupor. This is Lil Lotus. And her head is just like spinning, obviously. Anyway. LA set. Ready for this one? Lights on Paper. I Am the Same. Okay, so this is a big switch up. Because I had been opening with I Want to Go Out Tonight. Here we're opening with Lights on Paper. Into I Am the Same. Spiderweb. Corinthiacs. Dark Region Road. Then we bring John Simmons on stage and we do Never Ending Flame. From the Coward album. I believe it's the last song. Zubin comes on. We do Overdose. John comes back on stage. Me, John, Zubin do Knife, Misery Club song. The plan for Knife was that we would kind of just like all kind of sing Jonah's part. Jonah, right? But then John just sang the whole thing. John just sang Jonah's part. Knife did not flop, I don't think. Now, I was definitely lost. I hadn't even listened to that song. In my head, I'm thinking like, what the fuck are my lyrics? Because my verse is approaching in Knife. In 30 seconds, I'm about to have to start singing. I don't remember the lyrics, but I got them. Okay, anyway, Knife, and then Contact. Corinthiacs, Aura, Tracer, Doves comes on stage. We do The Moon Does Reflect, Off the Shores of Forgiveness. Then I do Rest. And then we do Absolute in Doubt. That was it. Absolute in Doubt as an encore. Good set. Good set. Let me tell you what I was really worried about. Why no Smart Death at the Santa Ana show? I didn't know he was coming. That's not true. I think I just forgot. I did know he was coming, but it didn't click with me. As I was on stage, I thought, man, I really should have brought Smart Death out to do a song, but I forgot. Then after the show, back to the Airbnb. You know, LA shows are weird too because I have like 50 friends there that I don't get to ever see in real life. And then I'll get stuck talking to like some random person for 45 minutes who's like a friend of a friend of a friend who I barely know. I'm like, Zubin is right there, and I haven't seen this man in like a year. Can I please just... You got to meet my friend. He's an awesome tattooer. It's like, bro, if I had it my way, our conversation wouldn't be that long. I don't need to be introduced to your friend, too. I'm sorry. I have to go. My time here is limited. I'm sorry, Dark Region Road did cause a bunch of problems at the LA show. It just vibrated. Shameless, you were fine. Shameless, I hope you do not think that I'm talking about you at all, because I am not, there's no way. You know why? Because girls don't act like this. Okay? It would just be so much easier if I could say names, but I can't say names. And then there's just random people back there. Dude who's like, yeah, I'm from New Zealand. I can't believe I'm backstage at your show. And I'm like, bro, I don't know who you are. I can't believe you're backstage either. How are you? Who are you? How do you not know anyone here, but you're backstage? And now I'm talking to you after my set. I don't know you. How does this happen? TK is here. What's up, TK? Lord 1 TK is the TK, by the way. Who are you, bro? How are you backstage? Okay. John Simmons is right there. Doves is right there. I saw Horsehead. He was at the show. TK, Rachel is the one who, Rachel in the chat is the one who was the big spender at the Santa Ana show. No, you guys are fine. You guys are fine. Anyway. Okay. Go back to the Airbnb. Next day. Went for breakfast. Me, Katie, Dane, Georgia Mack, John Simmons. Did a little shopping. And then what? I forget. Went back to the Airbnb. Did something, I forget. Got dinner with Doves and John and Horsehead. Oh, last thing I'll say about the 1720 show. Okay, I'm sorry. Last thing I'll say about this is that I was so worried about attendance at that show because pre-sale, I don't know what this is. I may have talked about this before, but the pre-sale tickets for LA were the lowest of the entire tour. The entire tour. Yeah, Rachel, right? Attendance was great. And going into the show, I had sold 70 tickets. I was like, oh my God, I haven't even sold 10% of this venue. Yeah, 70 tickets going in LA. It ended up being about 350. Yeah, there was 300 walk-up tickets for the LA show. I can't believe it. When I walked on stage, I could not believe how many people were there compared to how many people, compared to how few people had pre-sale tickets. That doesn't count the 100-person guest list too, Yeah, so many walk-ups. Oh, Shameless, of course, Shameless. It would have been the same show if there was 70, and I probably would have had like such a chip on my shoulder that, I would have, I don't know. I would have played for like 2 hours and did like an entire Ultra Club set or something because I would have been so annoyed. Ended up being great though. But it was, yeah. LA had the lowest pre-sale tickets of all of the entire tour. Can't believe it. And in my head, I was like, you know what? This made sense. The last time I played here was with Doves and Ethel Cain, and it doesn't really get any more of a Wicca phase show than that. So, maybe people are just tired of it. Turns out people just wait to buy tickets. Zubin said the same thing. Calvino, Zubin said the same thing. It's just how that venue is. Dinner the next night was pretty good. We went to Masa, which is pretty much like the only place I go to eat with Doves. When Doves is picking where we go to dinner, we're almost always going to Masa. It was cool. You know who I met was this girl Tracy who did the Dark Medicine Chrome logo. And I didn't know it was her. Horsehead was like, hey, I'm going to bring my friend. And then, so we're at dinner and we're just, talking. And I was like, what do you do? And she's like, I'm an artist. And then Horsehead was like, yeah, she's done designs for Dark Medicine. And I was kind of starstruck by that. Anyway. Next morning, we're up early. We're going to San Francisco. San Francisco, the first sold out show of the tour. Did not expect that. Even though pre-sale tickets were high for San Francisco, I did not expect it to sell out. And guess what? It sold out. Had dinner with my friend Matt Seneca, amazing artist, comic book artist. Got to see Chauncey at a bar. You guys know Chauncey. He's raided this channel a couple times. Great seeing him. What a great guy. Had Korean barbecue with Brody and Matt Seneca. Played a sold-out show in San Francisco. What was the set list for that? I want to go out tonight. Mine is Curious Passage. I need a place I can rest. Same as Santa Ana. Corinthians, Aura, Spiderweb. I was on a back road. Dark Region Road, Lights on Paper, Moving Without Movement, Tracer, Contact, Just One Thing, Tumblr Moon. There was an encore. It was Rest and Absolute in Doubt. Next night, Oh, you were stage right in SF by the stairs. Black mask, red hair, Brittany says. Literally one of the best shows. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I love that San Francisco show. Thank you, Normal. I appreciate that. Man, what a great show that was. LA was great too. I just didn't expect San Francisco to be so great. And it was. And I didn't know it was sold out until after I played. I knew it was close. Close to a sellout. Sold out. Great place. Neck of the woods. I hope I can play there again soon. Next morning, we go for brunch in San Francisco. We stayed in the city. Now we're thinking, how the hell are we going to watch White Lotus tonight? We're playing in Sacramento. We have to get to Sacramento. And more importantly, where did I eat brunch in San Francisco? I don't remember. I'm sorry. I don't remember. No, Bob, that's not why I made the Sacramento show earlier. Now, we did get lucky in that the Sacramento show had a 10 o'clock curfew, which allowed us to get on the road earlier. Anyway, brunch ended up taking, 2 hours, 3 hours. I don't know what happened there. They just forgot about us, I think. I don't know. In our heads, this is what's going on in San Francisco. It's me texting Kitty, TK texting his girlfriend, Dane texting his girlfriend. Are we allowed to watch White Lotus tonight? Unanimous yeses. I won't give any spoilers. I won't do spoilers. I know some people are just watching that. Anyway. Turns out we had a trooper of a DJ who does not watch White Lotus. Brody says, how about this? How about this? I'll drive after the show because we had to do a little bit of driving, right? Where was I going? Sacramento to Portland. Okay. Sacramento to Portland, which is about 8-hour drive. And we don't have a day off, so we had to drive after the Sacramento show. Brody says, why don't you guys use the TV in the van to watch White Lotus? I don't watch that show. I'll drive. Brody did not have to do that, but Brody did it. Thank you, Obsidian Heart. Shout out Brody. Here's what happens. Dane downloads the season finale on his iPad. We connect the iPad to the TV in the van, buy a Bluetooth speaker, hang the Bluetooth speaker from the rear view mirror. 3 of us sit on the bench. We watch White Lotus while Brody drives us to our hotel. At the Sacramento show, I met Bob2D2 again. Not really meeting someone if you know them already, but it was great seeing him. No, I didn't get that car sick. I get car sick when I read, but not watching TV in the car, if that made sense. I don't know what that's about. Bob, that you say that made your whole year. I just thought it was great seeing you. You know? Anyway, I'm sorry to hear that, Bob. White Lotus is a show on HBO. Thank you, Obsidian Heart. Thank you. Okay, let's move on. I want to get some open forum. After Sacramento, we have Portland. So, here's the deal. We get to wherever our hotel is after the Sacramento show very late, 2 a.m. We have to be on the road to get to Portland at 8 o'clock. I wake up, no voice. No voice at all. Uh-oh, that's not good because I'm a singer on tour. What is this about? I'll tell you what it's about. Cold air. Cold air. Being in the van is dry. Being in a van is like putting yourself in a dehumidifier or something. You know when you're making beef jerky and you have to like dehumidify it? That's what being in the van is like. Did I fix it? Not for Portland. We get to Portland. I am stressed the fuck out. I'm so nervous. I have no voice. I went to dinner with my friend Corey. Corey's like, man, you don't have a voice. I said, I know. Get back to Portland. Portland is sold out. Uh-oh. Another second sold out show. This time I don't have a voice. And I had to cancel my last 3 Portland shows, or 2 Portland. I think it was 3. 3 Portland shows got canceled. So what do? Oh, that night, I just played the same set that I'd been playing. Suffered through it. But I was powered by the crowd. You know what I mean? Yeah. At this point, it's like all hands on deck. Constantly, I'm constantly making tea, cough drops, everything, whatever I can do. Drink a bunch of water, whatever. I'm just doing whatever I can. I get through the set though, okay? It's okay. Not so bad. It was not so bad. But then I get to Seattle the next day. Now I wake up the next day. I wake up after Portland. Thank you, Cyberpuff. I appreciate that. I wake up for Seattle. I have even less of a voice than I did in Portland. You know why? Because I had no voice the night before and still sang an entire set. And I still don't have a day off. Why? Because my booking person thought it would be totally fine to be planning these long-ass I can't get into that. Doesn't matter. Anyway. Now, we had plans from between Portland and Seattle to go to Fishnart's house in Washington. Thank you, Dusty. I appreciate that. We had plans to go to Fishnart's house and eat lunch. Thank you, Lilio. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jaden. Thank you. Did I contemplate rescheduling the show? Yes, I did. Not for Portland, but for Seattle. Yeah. I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to be able to play. So here's what I did for Seattle. That morning I woke up. I changed my phone background to a big iPhone note that said, I am on vocal rest. I will not be talking. I am sorry. And anyone that tried to talk to me, I'll just show them that. Outcast in the bag, really? I'm sorry. Show them that. Made no sounds throughout the day. I did not talk once. I haven't seen Fishnart in years. Had to go to his house, eat lunch, not be able to talk to him, or Emma, or Pentagram, or Yawns, or Sophie. Very upsetting. Very upsetting. Fishnart made this cobbler, 6-berry cobbler. Oh my God, it was so good. Anyway. That's Seattle. Who's at the Seattle show? Darby Allin. Darby Allin walks into the green room. He says, hi, Adam. I say, hi, Darby. Darby says, "Oh my God, you sound like you're dying." I said, "Yes." I know. So now people are noticing. You know what I mean? And that's making me really nervous too. And you know what doesn't help a stressed out voice is anxiety and more stress. So what do? Change the set list. Massive change to the set list. I can still go low. Okay? I can go low. It's when I'm trying to hit these high notes that I'm going to strain my voice even more. So the set list made a drastic change between Portland and Seattle and the rest of the tour. Set list becomes Together, Alpha. I need a place. Oh, Alpha's mine is a curious passage. Sorry. Together, mine is a curious passage. I need a place I can rest. Corinthiacs. Spiderweb. Mystery. Very low song. No one really cares about the song Mystery. But let me tell you what. I love that song. And it's easy to sing if your voice is shot. So, yes. Not Like This. Shut My Eyes. No, this is the Seattle set list. Oh, did I say the Sacramento set list? It was the same as Santa Ana and the other ones. Yeah. I can go over it again if you want, Bob. Let me know. Guess what comes back after Shut My Eyes? Crystals Aren't Fragments. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. Hickory Grove. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong set list. So it's Together. Mine is a curious passage. I need a place I can rest. Corinthiacs. Spiderweb. Mystery. Not Like This. Shut My Eyes. Hickory Grove with Ben. That was very hard to sing. I was doing the low harmonies in that. Tracer. Contact. Just One Thing. Tumblr Moon. Just One Thing. Very difficult to sing. Very difficult to sing at this point. And then they wanted an encore. So I did Rest in Absolute and Doubt. Now, yes, if you were in Seattle, at this point, you would notice that I was pretty liberal during the encore with letting the crowd sing. Because I could just not hit those notes. I'm sorry about that. It doesn't seem like anyone noticed, so that's okay. Yeah, I was pretty liberally handing off the mic to the crowd. Thank you for saying that. I still think it's a good set list. You know what I mean? Okay, so then after Seattle, we have an off day. We're almost at the end here. We have an off day after Seattle. Drive to Salt Lake City. Brody drives. Dane drives. I'm in the back seat. Not making, because I drive a good amount on tour. But at this point, I'm like, man, I can't be in the front seat driving if people are trying to talk to me. Because I have no voice now. I'm just trying to get through this. We're going through the mountains. It's, thanks, Aloe. I appreciate that. Oh, Lacey, I did see you. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you did seem upset. I do remember that. I'm sorry. I hope it made you feel bad or anything. Anyway, on our day off, so I just sat in the back seat. I slept. I did not talk. And at every gas station, I'm getting the biggest styrofoam cup they have. Filling it with lemon, honey, throat coat tea. I'm just inhaling these. When it's too hot to drink, I'm opening the lid and I'm like letting all the vapor like hit my throat, you know, the steam, whatever. Bye, Rachel. Hey, you too. Thanks, Rachel. You're fine, Sire Sage. Good to see you. Okay. We get to the hotel at night. Again, we have an off day. So I get about 12 hours of sleep. 12 hours of sleep. I feel okay. But now we're in the mountains of Salt Lake City, okay? My voice is still a little rough. But before the show, I did a Vicks sinus inhaler, which is, Seattle was the only venue that required masks. Yeah. I did this inhaler, right? It's like a mask, like a Vicks mask that you just like put hot water in, or you put water in, and it creates like vapor. My God, that thing was amazing. Okay. So then, well, also here's the deal. At Salt Lake City, the venue was so cold, it was freezing there, that we ended up going to a bar. Dane doesn't drink, but he was like, "Can we go to the bar across the street? And like you can get a drink so I can sit in a warm area." And I was like, "Yeah." So I had like a hot toddy gimmick there. I had 2 of them actually. It was great. Worked wonders. Between those and the vapor mask thing, I felt great. Thank you, Nicotine Dreams. I appreciate that. I felt great in Salt Lake City. Still couldn't totally hit the notes, but made it happen. Set list for Salt Lake City: Together, Alpha, I Need a Place I Can Rest, Corinthiac, Spiderweb, Mystery, Not Like This, Shut My Eyes, Hickory Grove gets replaced with Crystals Are in Fragments, Tracer, Contact, Just One Thing, Tumblr Moon, Rest, Absolute and Doubt. Great show in Salt Lake City. Was not expecting nearly that many people there. Did people like crystals there? More than they did in Phoenix. We'll say that. Okay. Great show. Danny, I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize for not saying hi. But we had to get out of there because we had another long drive to Denver. 2 hour. We had to drive 2 hours after the show, and then another 7 hours the next day, which is and that was scary. Slippery roads, crazy wind. It was not a fun drive. It was actually a terrifying drive to Denver. Colorado was freezing. Salt Lake City was freezing. Again, all of this is bad when your voice is so dry, right? But I do the same set in Denver. At this point, my voice is largely back. Not 100%, but between the... Thanks, Fever. I'll tell you what. Oh, that was you. Denver show, absolutely insane crowd. Really cool venue. Really interesting setup because it was like tiers of floor. All right, so normally I'm playing a show. You hate that venue, Reaper? I love that. I loved that venue. Normally, if I'm on stage, and if it's a large stage, I'm just looking down at everyone. Yeah, I'm normally looking down at people. At this, I could be looking at like 5 rows and be eye level with someone, you know? Pretty strange, but awesome crowd. Really great crowd. Now, when I walked out on stage, I noticed some strange behavior from a man who was up front. And I was worried. because I saw him trying to start like a push pit with people that he knew. But even those people seemed very annoyed with him. Yeah, I thought this isn't going to be good. And it's only a matter of time before this dude is about to get kicked out. Then I saw a water bottle on stage, which I thought I kicked over. Turns out this man threw it. Well, he just threw it up in the air at the lights and landed on stage. Just chaos. And then I looked, and he appeared to be unconscious, being held up by one of his friends. And then I turned around for like another 30 seconds, and he was gone. Turns out he was kicked out. But man, that was a great show too. There's, whatever. I played the same set list there, and that was it. Flew home the next day. I don't even know what to say really. Thanks, Lelio. I don't want to start ranking the shows or anything like that. But Denver was awesome. Portland was awesome. There were so many of them that were great. They all went better. They all went better than I could have expected. I really mean that. I do understand that. It gave me confidence now to be like, okay, there was more people at those shows in almost every city than there was the last time I played there. In many cities by 100, 200 people, okay? So, man, I just felt great about it. I really did. I felt great about the whole tour. So thank you if you came. I don't have a ton of time, but let's go to the open forum quickly. Okay. Did I meet up with Chauncey? Yeah. Well, I saw him at a bar in San Francisco. Yeah. I went to get a drink with my friend Matt, and Chauncey was there. Sophie was cool. She has like a whole like industry. She has like a whole fucking team with her. I wish I could just tell her like you don't need that. Extra Large Holiday Card knows what to do. He knows how to tour. Okay, let's go to the open forum one more time. Sorry, it's taking a very long time to load. There we go. Sorry, I'm with you. I'm still here. I'm just... Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to find my place here. Aren't we all, though? Can I please buy the tour backdrop? No, that thing's expensive. I need to... It's like $500. Shameless, you want... I got you. I'm so happy you're back on Twitch, but more importantly, I'm so happy I got to see you live again. Not just once, but twice. I was going through a lot of personal BS those days and had a lot of anxiety since I wound up having to go to the Santa Ana show alone. But of course, I finally got to meet some of my Twitch friends in person, which was awesome. The venue felt super intimate. The vibes were amazing. I was dealing with some personal drama immediately after. So I was actually having a panic attack in my car until I felt safe enough to drive back to LA. I wasn't expecting to meet you, but I'm happy that the timing worked out so that I could finally quickly introduce myself in person. 1720 show was even better since I got the wristband. I just wanted to say hi again briefly when I got the chance. I hope I wasn't a bug or said something stupid because I was nervous. Also, P.S. Your girlfriend is a total sweetheart. No, you were not. No, you were not a bug. And you did not say anything stupid. I usually don't record at shows because I want to be in the moment, but my friends were gracious enough to let me stay backstage because I had such a good spot. And I couldn't help but record as much as I could because it was cute. Like I said, please never stop smiling. You have such a beautiful stage presence. And I know this might be weird to say, but I felt like a proud mom watching you perform. It was one of the best nights of my life. Thank you for coming to the West Coast. We missed you out here. Hey, thank you. What can I say? Thank you. Not a bug at all. Not a bug at all. Get out of here. You're fine. Oh man. There's so many here. I'll try and get to the quick ones, and then next time we'll just do a full open forum one, okay? What was the best and worst part of tour? Best part was probably, like, aside from, like, just any, like, fun, like, hijinks that we got into, there was a moment in Portland where I just acknowledged the fact that it was a sold out crowd, and there was like this response from the crowd that was just like 5 minutes of screaming. That was pretty great. I felt good. Worst part of tour, probably waking up like without a voice. That. At the SF show, some girl glared me down in the front row because I screamed and was happy when he first came out. I told her to get lit. Why be in the front if you're going to act like that? Yeah, that's right. Any upcoming Europe tour in the future? I don't know. Man, I feel like I should save these. I really do. There's so many, and a lot of them are really in-depth that I might have to save them for next week. Favorite A24 movie? Hereditary, Green Knight, Indica or Sativa? Sativa. Would you consider the possibility of doing a future stream where you the best / personal favorites of 2022? Yeah, I will do that. Do I have a favorite hat? I have a Diet Prada hat that I like, and I just got a new like Laker or Dodgers hat that I like. Listen, I think I'm gonna save these. Okay, I don't wanna. There's someone who's like trolling me in the open forum too. They said I'm not sure if I'm gay or not. I was wondering if you could tell me when and how you realized you were gay. Along with like some other like crazy crazy ones. I know. People were, man, I would love to know, like, who are you? You know. That really got me. No, I'm going to save some of these. There's just too many, and there's too many good ones, and I didn't realize that the recap would take that long. Okay? Listen, I won't be here Sunday because it's Christmas. Christmas is not a holiday for me. Like most holidays. Most holidays are not for me. They're for, the people like my family and stuff like that. So we have that. But I will be back on Tuesday. What day is that? 27th? Yeah. Be back Tuesday. Be back Thursday. And then in January, we're going to hit the ground running. And I'll tell you what, I have a lot of plans for January. And I have a lot of plans for February. And they're going to unfold here. Okay? Thanks, Shane Saru. Listen, thank you, everyone. I'm so happy to be back. I'm sorry that I can't just jump right back into a regular schedule. I'll pick a winner, Shannon. We took, whatever. I can't. Anyway, I'm really happy to be back, okay? Who's the winner? Lelio's the winner. Congratulations, Lelio. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Oh, man. I'll see you guys next week, okay? Have a good night. Bye.
Says Red Molly to James, that's a fine motorbike. Now a girl could feel special on any such like. Says James to Red Molly, my hat's off to you. It's a Vincent Black Lightning 1952. And I've seen you at the corners and cafes, it seems. Red hair and black leather, my favorite color scheme. And he pulled her on behind and down to Box Hill they did ride. Says James to Red Molly, here's a ring for your right hand. But I tell you in earnest, I'm a dangerous man. For I fought with the law since I was 17. I rubbed many a magic at my Vincent machine. And now I'm 21 years, I might make 22. And I don't mind dying, but for the love of you. And if fate should break my stride, then I'll give you my Vincent to ride. Sergeant McCrae, for they've taken young James 80 for armed robbery. Shotgun blast hit his chest, left nothing inside. Come down Red Molly to his dying bedside. When she came to the hospital, there wasn't much left. He was running out of road, he was running out of breath. But he smiled to see her cry. He said, I'll give you my Vincent to ride. Says James, in my opinion, there's nothing in this world beats a 52 Vincent, a red-headed girl. Now Triumphs and Nortons and Beezes won't do. That don't have a soul like a Vincent 52. And he reached for her hand and he slipped her the keys. Said, I've got no further use for these. I see angels on aerials in leather and chrome, swooping down from heaven to carry me home. And he gave her one last kiss and died. And he gave her his Vincent.